Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when we feel like 8 o'clock now, isn't it? I know it's when I feel like 8 o'clock. I hope it's when you feel like 8 o'clock, because if you don't feel like it right now, why are you here? Right? Exactly. Okay, I'm Pearl of Wisdom, as everybody in the land knows. And I have a letter here from, Terrell Backwick from Barrie, Ontario, actually. And he writes, he writes a whole bunch of things. He's asking about Melissa and Hernandez and where I picked them up and how they go. I did like what normal people do. I just went out and put out told people to give me a resume to drive the helicopter, and they came, and so I picked them. That's all it was. And what else did he ask? Oh, when am I going to go back to gambling again? Well, when we get sports. And he's talking about BPAL picks. You can go over and check that out when hockey's back, which is going to be very, very soon, and baseball as well. We also have a Patreon there you can check out on BPAL Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a little app that you can pick up, and you can do many things. But what we do is we help people gamble, and people make a lot of money. If you want to make a lot of money, if you really want to look at an investment, I highly recommend it when everything starts up again. But the next thing he asked is, okay, we did Arizona, and nobody wants Clayton Keller. I know I have like 2 comments about Clayton Keller there. I'm going to give you a little more time to go over to the Arizona one that I did. What we're doing is I'm offering a player from different teams, and you are going to say your favorite team, what you're going to tell me what you would give for that player from. It doesn't have to be from your team. I'm not going to know if it's your team or not, but most people want to do it from their team. But last time I didn't do a suggestion on how that would happen. So this time, like for instance, I didn't do my own trade last time. I just sent it out into the land and you guys do it. So this time I'm going to do a kind of a trade myself. And we are going, since he wants us to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs, because last time was Arizona, and he must have just got his pen out real quick and just wrote her down, sent it away. It got to me fast, really fast. Actually, I'm surprised in this pandemic stuff. But okay, I said I would do the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs, I don't think anybody in the land doesn't know this. They don't have any defense. And they're about to have less. Cody Ceci, do they want to re-sign Cody Ceci as a UFA? I certainly hope not. I don't know who's going to sign Cody Ceci as a UFA, because you're taking a risk. Even at $2 million, maybe $2 million Cody Ceci is going to get. Something like that. But I think Toronto's like, no more to Cody Ceci. That's one right defenseman gone. They had Tyson Barrie. He's going to be demanding way too much money, I would think. And it didn't sound like he was all too happy about his time in Toronto. Babcock didn't appreciate that type of defenseman coming in, and seemed to make it quite clear that he didn't feel, and it seemed like very awkward for Tyson. I can just imagine coming in, you haven't even put skates on the ice yet, and your coach is like, fuck. Oh, we don't need this guy. And you're like, oh my gosh, that must have been horrible. Anyways, we'll see what happens with Mr. Tyson Barrie as he goes off to other lands, because that's likely what's going to happen. And the problem, of course, is that's another right-hand defenseman, which leaves him with Morgan Riley as a left defense, Jake Muzzin as the other lefty. Jake Muzzin can play right, but it's always best to have a righty and a lefty. And Rasmus Sandin will probably be playing. Travis Dermott, if they decide to re-sign him. And, well, I mean, they probably will. They have leverage, so he'll probably get a small contract. That's their lefty sorted out. And then Justin Holl, you want him playing as your number one righty? I don't think so. So we would have to say then, pretty much, there's some other guys that may play like Timothy Liljegren, he might be ready, but Kevin Gavel, like these are guys that you don't want to be playing regular minutes in the NHL right now. So you're going to have to trade a forward. And that either leaves Alexander Kerfoot, maybe Kasperi Kapanen, but I don't think Kapanen's going to bring the defense that they want. Possibly. And let's not forget, they've only got $5 million in cap space to sign these players. So I've said it all along, and I said it right from the time he was signed. I never thought William Nylander was going to be in their long-term plans. I think that we're going to trade him now. So we're trading William Nylander. My question for you is, what would you give up for William Nylander? I'm going to say it doesn't have to be a defenseman. Okay, I know they need, because there are a lot of defensemen out there in the free agent land, and that they could pick up, like Brody is a good one, and they usually don't have a difficult time picking up free agents. So it doesn't have to be a defenseman, but it's a good start. If you don't have a defenseman to give, think like first round picks, prospects, stuff like that. So because if they have to go out to the free agent market and get somebody, they're going to need cap room, and they don't have much of it. They could throw some money at maybe Justin Schultz. He's a right-hander. Maybe try to bring Mike Green in at a very short, small amount of money because he's getting so old now. There are possibilities out there on the right side. Chris Tanev may be somebody that they're looking at. So there are options, but they're going to have to get rid of. If you don't have a defenseman, right-hand defenseman to give up, then you better have some cap space and be willing to give up prospects and picks for Nylander. So I'm giving you that as a layout to what you might want to ask in return. I'm going to throw one trade for you. Okay. Edmonton Oilers are my team as well as Philadelphia Flyers. I looked at the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't think that's really an option, although it would be nice for them if it could be. I think the Edmonton Oilers are more of an option. They do have a little cap room to go with, and they can make some moves to free up some cap room as well. Just imagine Nylander playing with Connor McDavid. Wow. That would be awesome for me, because I'm an Oilers fan. But so here's my offer. And if you're a Toronto fan, you can tell me what you think of this. Adam Larson, which he makes $4 million a year for the next year. You can re-sign him. So you have cap certainty. He's not on a long-term contract. You'll have Toronto's going to have more cap room next year because they're going to have a few more players coming off the books. So, and Larson's a Swede. I don't know why Swedes. Maybe it's because Sundin was there. They seem to like Toronto. A lot of the Swedish guys seem to like Toronto. So it's a pretty good chance you'd be able to re-sign him as the season in the season, although he would be a UFA. But because of all those things, you need a right-hand defenseman. I'm going to, Kyle Clifford's coming off the books. Zach Hyman could come off the books next year. Frederik Andersen's contract's going to have to come up. It's going to be a struggle for Toronto no matter what. But I'm going to give you Larson. I'm going to give you our first-round draft pick this year. And I'm going to give you a choice of prospects. And I'm going to go back here to... I'm going to give you a choice of prospects. You can take Benson. You can take Samorukov. You can take Keegan Lowe. You can take Oliver Rodriguez, which is a really good goaltender for us. Maybe you want another draft pick, like a second-round draft pick. Tell me what you want, Mr. Toronto fans. Larson would give you a 3-4 defenseman that you might probably be able to re-sign. And like I said, we'll give you a whole bunch of prospects and picks to go with it. If you are another team and you want Nylander, if you think you might want him, like say the Montreal Canadiens is somebody I thought would be a really good pick for this, put a package together. Tell me in the comment section. If you're a Toronto fan, tell those people whether you would take that or not. Okay? This is Frolic. This is Frolic right here. Yes, it is. Thank you for listening to this fine programming. Here's some pearls for all of you. There you go. Pearls in the land. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. Oh, that was another thing the letter said. I haven't been saying that's my full 42% lately. And you're right. I went back and looked at the tape. I don't know why, but it is. So have a great day. Lots of love to you.